Live from New Bedford, ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel blog show of authenticity, inspiration, and realness, also of good times, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now, here is your host of the show. He is Big Beefy E. He is Mr. Shenanigans and the elder statesman of the Rant and Rave podcast, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans, 1977. It's August 20th, 2024, 7:24 p.m. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful day. And about a little over half an hour watching NXT, and after NXT, I will give you a review on NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today is a very special date. 2 years ago on this date, I've officially moved up here after being in the basement for about 24 years of my life. Now, this all happened because this was possible because my youngest sister moved out of our house, and there was a lot of people have moved out of our house. In fact, at one time, the reason why I lived in the basement, first and foremost of all, was we had a lot of people living in our house at the time, back in 1998. So, and my parents knew that I'm going to be an adult soon at that time, and because I was only 20 years old, so they had decided at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of 1998, they would move me into the basement, and they have done so. And I'll tell you what the upside of living in the basement was. One, there was a washer and dryer right there. All I got to do is open the door, because they built me a room down there. And I was 3 years into my job at Ruby Tuesday, so I was making money. So, used some of that to have my own room created. Little wood paneling from the 80s style wood paneling, because I've always been an 80s type of guy. And the difference was right there was the washer and dryer. Get to, have a lot, get the washer and dryer there, and had a lot of fun with it. And so there's that. Also, I got, my parents felt, when I was turning an adult, needed some privacy, and the basement was the best way to go about it. Back then, I had everything back because I had, my video game systems back. I had cable in my room. It was a really cool deal at the time, and I felt very comfortable being down there, and it had a lot of great memories in that room, some good, some bad. But overall, it was a good feeling to be down there. But people started moving out of the house. When my youngest sister moved out, my parents felt it was time for me to move up, and so they turned because we were homeschooling people at the time, homeschooling my siblings at the time. So they basically turned their schoolroom into their own bedroom, and this was their old bedroom. And then they were in the process of moving everything up. I was in the process of moving everything up from the basement to here. Then we had to depart the house for about a month to make sure the house was de-leaded. But issues with that came because people were slacking too much, and everything else, and people want to be lazy and crap. They got a job to do, and all of a sudden, hey, So we've had enough. Like I said, the family and I had enough, and we ended up moving back for a while until August, the beginning of August. House passed inspection, so I celebrated by Instead of moving the rest of my stuff up to the basement, from the basement to my room, I said, I'm going to the Portuguese Feast to celebrate. I'll be right back. So, and I did that. Had a lot of fun with it. Then we came back, moved everything back up, organized everything. My father built these 2 big old shelves, and here I am. As of August the 20th of 2022, I've been up here, and I've been, new lease on life. I gave birth to a new YouTube channel. Instead of, because the basement era was done, and tried to get it off the ground, and then everything started happening, and it's like I'm trying to get everything going, and people want to screw it up for me, and all that. It's being associated with people that people don't like, and they screw it up for me. It's like, and it's like, I don't have time for the schoolyard BS. This is not, because all of the tactics are schoolyard BS, man. There's people out there that don't like my channel, and I feel like looking at them go, who freaking peed in your dang Cheerios? If you don't, I tell people, don't like my videos, just move on with your life, man. You don't have to watch these videos. Don't hand me a bunch of lines why you don't like my videos. And I'm trying to entertain people. I'm not forcing people to like my videos. I'm trying to entertain people. You know what I mean? Sheepish. Like you guys are rotten out there. There's a bunch of crybabies. Wah wah boo hoo. Oh boo hoo. Oh boo hoo. Stop. Tell people stop peeing in your Cheerios, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like one of these days I'm gonna start yelling at people and going, who freaking peed in your Cheerios and take it out on me? Do I look like I peed in your Cheerios? No, okay. If you got a problem, tell people to stop peeing your Cheerios, Stop peeing in my Cheerios of life, you know what I mean? That's because someone else peed in your Cheerios, you don't pee in my Cheerios, Why is that phrase funny? Peeing your Cheerios. Just saying it makes me laugh. Oh, it's some of the simplest stuff. So, here's a hashtag for you. Hashtag peeing your Cheerios. I think, you know what I should do? One of these days, like, attend a wrestling event and a heel wrestler looks at me. I said, don't look at me like I peed in your Cheerios. Get in the ring. Oh, wait, people look at you. What? You look like somebody peed in your Cheerios, man. It'd be hilarious. Oh, man, I crack myself up sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I felt like, coming up here was the best thing ever. Like I said, it's more well organized now. I can go, okay, what game do I want to play? Now, I know a lot of people are out there thinking, Eric, you have not done a lot of your gameplays as well. Ever since moving up here, it has not been very easy. And plus, it's also very difficult for me to set everything up. Get everything set up and get the cameras to go the way I wanted them to go and all that. I'm figuring, what would be a simpler way to do video gameplays without having to move from my, sometimes, I think after working and standing up, walking around the mall for 4 hours, picking up trash, you get tired when you're done. And that's the thing, I try to work nonstop, It's like, I don't like to be a lazy person when it comes to my job, you know what I mean? So, and I want to keep up that reputation. Another thing, too, is that, I am trying, people probably think, am I going to wait until the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection comes out? Probably, but and once if I figure out what to do next, that'll be my next move. I'll figure it out. And once I figure it out, bada bing, bada boom, with this guy in the room, how you doing, and all this good stuff, and up, down, left, right, BA, select, start, and all that good stuff. So who knows? And if people get mad at me, I'm gonna say, look, stop looking at me, stop getting angry at me like I peed in your Cheerios. Stop it, You know? And you know what? Stop peeing in my Cheerios. Don't pee in my Cheerios, okay? All right? Do not pee in my Cheerios, all right? Yeah, I should hold up a sign, do not pee in my Cheerios. You know? I don't know why that's funny when it is. I think you should have a t-shirt. Early Shenanigans 1977 motto, do not pee in my Cheerios. Oh my goodness. Praise the Lord, man. Woo! Oh, you know how long I waited for this. Woo! I'm about to make a name for myself here. Let the people remember what happened here today. Woo! Oh, man. Just make one phrase and it's funny all of a sudden. Anyways. Yeah, so 2 years being up here in this room. Very thankful, very blessed. Like I said, I want to thank my parents. They made this possible for me. You know, God has blessed me with a lot of folks. I want to thank you guys, the supporters out there. You've been supporting my channel. Appreciate it. It's going to keep going as long as I can do it. And if the Lord decides to take me home, let him do that. You know, you can cry for me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. All that good stuff. And just remember, if you know, listen. If there's something I want written on my tombstone, well, he says do not pee in his Cheerios. Right? You know? I mean, if the world is peeing in your Cheerios, guess what, dude? Dump the Cheerios out, pour in a new bowl, pour in a new thing, and protect your bowl. Protect your Cheerios, man. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Yeah. So... yeah, feeling very blessed. Feeling, you know, very happy. Yeah, there's more challenges that I went through this year, but in this past summer, you know, like I said, you know, we had the whole car situation that is settled up. Excuse me. Let's see what else happened. Okay, June. I'll tell you what. June really was a crazy month. You know. First and foremost, you had the Nintendo Direct, which it was like an RKO out of nowhere, finding out that Marvel vs. Capcom is having a fighting collection coming out, and I was like, what? Yeah. And it had 7 games, and Marvel vs. Capcom, and like everybody is flipping out. And when I watched the videos, everybody was reacting as everybody was flipping out. They were like flipping out, and they were like going nuts. I'm like, oh boy, and I suspect, now here's the crazy part about this whole thing, they actually had a release date. When they made it available for pre-order, I went on Best Buy pre-order for it right away, and wasting on time that. So I'm getting myself a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. There is no shame in that. But then you got, was it shop2.com? I talked about this on this past Thursday night on Rant and Rave last week. Basically, Shop 2 had accidentally released the date. They said November 22nd, 2024. 6 days before Thanksgiving. That would make a whole lot of sense. And I had to talk to my mother about this, and she said it makes a lot of sense because the holidays you make more money. I said, imagine if you will, 6 days before Thanksgiving, you buy the game. You make sure, you call it. If my family was into gaming, I would do this. I would call up my cousins, call up anybody. Hey, you got a Nintendo Switch? Get the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. We're having a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 tournament. That's what. Call everybody. Call your relatives. Call anybody. Say, hey, your relatives are Nintendo Switch. Tell them to get Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. Hey, we're getting this done. We're getting it on. We're having a family version. Forget watching freaking football. Eat your Thanksgiving dinner, and then all of a sudden, set up the Nintendo Switches. Turn on the TV and say, let's get it on. Why? We're having a tournament, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And who's the best Marvel vs. Capcom 2 fight player in your family? Let's get it on. You know what I mean? Says Mario Kart, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's like Marvel vs. Capcom or Mario Kart. Okay. Hey, we can play, like, 4 players can play Marvel vs. Capcom. 4 other players can play Mario Kart 8. Have 2 tournaments. And then all of a sudden, the winners of those fatal 4-ways, so to speak, go do battle in both games, and like a best 2 or 3. a best 2 or 3 battle, And then the third fall, coin flip. All right, heads we're playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Tails we're playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Flip up a coin. I don't care. So, yeah. And so, yeah, I like I said, that was a shock. And then July, the Whale City Festival. I had a great time there. New England Ring Gladiators, watching them. And, you saw me do a couple of videos on them. It's on my good buddy Thomas Willis. Matt Offa. I don't know if you saw the pic yet. As you know, I thought it was like MF. I thought it was Mother Effa. No, it's Alpha Jr., aka Manu. Eric, try and stop me. Hashtags try and stop me. I wouldn't try to stop Alpha Jr. if I tried. As you know, I send my condolences. Send my condolences to him, Roman Reigns, and all that. I know both Wild Samoans passed within 2 months of each other. It was a sad moment. They were one of the best tag teams out there, and I think that's why I think this Bloodline storyline is going to be even bigger than I thought it would be. It's just the passing of those two gentlemen, so it's like, that's huge right now. Like I said, that's huge. That's very, very huge right now. So we had a good time there, and then you got August, the Portuguese Feast. I'm really proud of one of our former churchgoers. The Gendro family used to go to our church, and Rainey passed away. No, not Rainey. Rainey's still alive, excuse me. Arlinda, Rainey's wife. She passed away. I'm sorry. My apologies to the Gendro family. I made an error. Rainey's still alive. God bless them. Ever since Arlinda passed away, the matriarch of that family, my brain is not working very well today. My apologies, folks. But they did a lot of things. In fact, the Gendro twins, they're doing a lot in their colleges and their schools. Emma Gendro has been named Miss New Bedford of 2024. I'm really proud of her as a friend. And they were friends of our church. So it's always great to see friends from my church go on and do bigger and better things. And it makes me happy to see them do a lot of great things. It makes me proud because I know them, they're good friends of mine, and that's really awesome to see that, and just, really, really proud, very, very excited, and just, it's wonderful to see. It puts a smile on my face to see my friends be successful in things to do. And people ask me, aren't you jealous of them? No way, man, this is great, listen, better than me, let me tell you. Listen, living in New Bedford isn't all that easy, man. I mean, listen, I work at a minimum wage job, but it's a job I get paid, thankfully, may not be a job that I like, but I'm very, very thankful, you know what I mean? And just, be thankful and very blessed to have a job, and, like I said, so my attitude is this: I'm thankful for everything. Despite what I've been through all my life, I'm thankful. And, like I said, being up here in this room for 2 years now is really, really cool. And like I said, I keep an eye on things, keep on the lookout, and just, basically, it was something, Like I said, I've been through a lot ever since the beginning of the new decade, 2020. Obviously, COVID happened, and then the year after, my father was in the hospital until towards the end of the year. Very, very thankful, that he's still here and alive today. 2022, we had the house situation, yeah. So each year in this decade, so far, I've been through something. Last year was not that bad, but things started to look up. Reconciled with one of my siblings, and then everybody started to come together again, which is really, really awesome. So, like I said, and I told my mother about this the other day. I said, now that we reconciled with most of our siblings, Thanksgiving is going to be very interesting this year. So we'll figure out what to do. I told him we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That's 3 months from now. I'm not worried about it. I worry about the here and now. I'm not going to worry about what's going to happen 5 months from now, a year from now, 10 years from now. You know, who knows? You know, I could easily complain about a lot of things. You know, I don't have a girlfriend. Wah, wah, wah. You know, boo-hoo. So what? You know, don't need one. You know, I love women, but right now, I'm cool as a cucumber, man. I'm going to do my thing. That's what it is, you know. I'm going to try to live my life, you know, live my life right, you know, set an example, and try to do what I do best, and that is entertain all of you out there. And that's really, really cool. Even if I, you know, even if I have to, you know, prevent people from peeing in my Cheerios. Here I go again with that phrase, man. You know what I mean? So there's that. So, I'm just feeling very blessed right now. I'm very thankful. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fun, you know. I'm trying to be an inspiration to people out there, man. Yeah, it's just really cool. And like I said, you know, Portuguese Feast, always, you know, this year, always seeing old friends and all that good stuff. Obviously, okay, what else happened in June? Oh, that's right. The Celtics. First team in New England to win a championship post-pandemic. That's right. The first post-pandemic championship in sports. The Celtics won number 18 and got the hat to prove it. Checked it out, man. You know, this hat right here. You know, really cool. Wear it on my head and go, hey, go Celtics. Go Celtics. Now, we're in a Red Sox World Series 2018 World Series championship. And they won Celtics won their 18th title. It's really cool. I bought this the week after they won the championship. You know, usually the price goes down after a week. Went to Dick's Sporting Goods, a place I have not been there in quite a while. They were selling it for $30. I said, great steal. Great deal. I'll take it. So I'll wear that hat on occasion. I forgot to wear that hat. What was it yesterday? I wore my Marvel vs. Capcom Fine Collection hat to church. Usually I wear that hat because that's a nice hat. I don't want to ruin it because that's a nice hat. So, anyways, yeah, a lot is going on. A lot's going on. So yeah, being up here for 2 years, really, really cool, and I'm hoping to be up here for more than 2 years. Obviously, like I said, there's a lot happening. You know, we had the big election coming up. Everybody's making a big deal of it. Don't worry about politics or anything that goes on out in the world out there. You know, for me, here's my attitude about the whole. You know, I let the news and the media handle it, but then again, the media screws everything up and makes everybody go nuts and paranoid. You know, and that's the main thing for me. I think the reason why I try not to go all super paranoid or super nuts or being a rageful, vengeful, angry person, because I don't watch the news, I don't pay attention to what's going on, and maybe y'all have been thinking, well, this guy's living in a fantasy world, he's winning a bubble, we need to burst the bubble and all that. I understand, but I can't let situations like this. I don't want that to affect me in a negative fashion, in a negative manner, or as Gorilla Monsoon said, that will give you or something that gives you a negative attitude, and the late great Gorilla Monsoon, I should say, that'll give you a negative attitude, but I'm not the type of person to allow anybody to pee in my Cheerios. All right. You can't, and that's why my attitude is: do not let anybody pee in your freaking Cheerios life. If somebody peed in your Cheerios, you grab the bowl, you chuck it out, and clean out the bowl, put in some new Cheerios, and pour in some new milk, and eat it, and prevent anyone from peeing your Cheerios. Or you feel like the remember Police Academy 2 when Vinny Stuhlman, hey, Bunky, the litter box. Can't allow people to do that, man. You can't allow people to do that. That's the attitude I go by, you know. I don't let anybody. I'm not gonna allow anybody to pee in my Cheerios anymore. You know. People will say, "What do you mean by that?" Do not allow anybody to pee in your Cheerios. That will be my new catchphrase from here on in. You're not allowed. Do not allow anyone to pee in your Cheerios. You know. You know. Do not allow anyone to pee in your Cheerios. And that's a model to go by. And they say, "What do you mean by that?" Don't let anybody try to anger you. Don't let anybody get you down. You know. And if people come at me with an attitude problem, you know, by making mean comments, I'm going to ask y'all, did anybody pee in your Cheerios today? Or stop talking to me like I peed in your Cheerios, man. I don't pee in anybody's Cheerios, and nobody's going to pee in my Cheerios. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This is, you know, that's why I try, you know, say something inspirational and simple, and a simple phrase like peeing your Cheerios makes me laugh. Don't know why. You know, like I said, you know, don't worry about anything in life. Just, you know, just do it. You know, just don't worry. Pray. You know, be calm. You know, if you let things get to you, you know, close your eyes and go, nobody's going to pee in my Cheerios. Nobody's going to pee in my Cheerios. Nobody's going to pee in my Cheerios. Do not let anybody pee in your freaking Cheerios. If you do, like I said, you can chuck the bowl right in their face, and they say, ew. I'm going to say, then stop peeing in my freaking Cheerios, and I won't pee on your freaking Cheerios here. So, so that's what I got. So 2 years ago, being up here is pretty cool. And stop messaging me while I'm working, dude. You know, I'm trying to do a video here. Let's go. All right, and so we shall see what happens. Stop it, David. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, so that's what happened. Well, we're about 8 minutes away from watching NXT, so I'll end the video right here. Thank you for watching. 2 years being up here on this date. Best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you all for supporting this channel of this brand new era of Eric Lima Shenanigans. In fact, next month will be 2 years since I did Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977. It's a great channel. Tell all your friends about it. Tell everybody you know, hey, this guy's funny. Subscribe to his channel. So, that's all the time we have on the show, and thanks for tuning in. And remember, kids, remember this. Do not let anybody pee in your Cheerios of life. And if they did, you take the bowl of Cheerios that's been peed on, dump it out, clean the bowl out, wash it, sanitize it, pour some Cheerios again, and pour some milk on it and eat it up. And make sure you hold it close to you and say you are not allowed to pee in that Cheerios. Simple as that. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you later. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. And let the people remember what happened here today. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.